Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is a new project bike that I picked up. This is an 83 VF750F. I don't know a whole lot about this bike, but I'm going to learn a lot. This is a very nice condition bike, has few minor cosmetic issues. Apparently the tank was off the bike and was dropped, so it has that. A couple little scrapes here, and then it has one crack here, one break in the rear fairing, but other than that it's in really good shape. Just needs some cleaning up going through. The guy I bought it from had it running, but I don't know how long ago that was. I know the tank has a lot of rust in it. He had it running off of an auxiliary tank. The carbs need to be gone through and cleaned really good. But just the bike needs a lot of cleaning up. We go through the maintenance on it, and we'll get it up on the lift and start going over the whole thing. But this is going to be the next little project bike. This should be a fun little bike to work on. This is one of the bikes that I remember as a kid loving and wanting. I really like the red, white, and blue paint scheme, but this one is my second favorite, and I think it looks really good for its age. So we'll start going over this bike, doing the maintenance, and all that fun stuff. So please follow along. Alright guys, here we are back on the VF750. Hope to get some work done to it this week. I went ahead and put a new battery in it. The other battery that was in it was very weak. I charged it for about a week and came out here and tried to turn the bike over, and it would turn over for just a minute and then the battery would die. So put a new battery in it. I'm charging that new battery up now. Getting ready to take the tank off. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this tank off of here and start the process of cleaning it out and get it ready for rust removal and coating with some tank liner. I think I'm going to try a different process than I've used before of using vinegar. I'm going to put vinegar in it and let it sit and just keep moving the tank around and let it sit for probably about a week, and then flush that vinegar out and get it ready to be lined. So we'll take you through on that process, but I'm going to kind of be jumping back and forth because what I want to do too is I want to hear this bike run before I really start doing a lot of work to it. I know the carbs need to come off and be cleaned, but I'm going to try to see if I can get this bike running before that process. Maybe let it run for a while, heat up, drain the oil and everything out of it too if everything starts okay and it runs. I don't like tearing into a bike until I know it runs. I don't want to create more problems by taking something apart and then wondering why it's not running afterwards. So always like to try to get it running first, check things out, see what we need to do, and then go from there. But so let's get this tank off and start this process and this build on this VF750. It's a beautiful bike. Hopefully we can get this thing running and driving, and then we'll see what we have planned for it. All right, so I went ahead and took the fuel tank off. It's just a bolt back here in the back, one at the front. It comes off, and I pulled the air cleaner box off. I just wanted to look in there. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but let's take a look at the tank. Let's see if I can get the camera shot in there. If you can see, it's pretty bad and smells terrible. So we're going to try to clean this out some and get this tank ready for a liner to be put in it. All right guys, so we're going to see if it runs. I put the fuel, the my portable fuel tank on here. Got it all hooked up. Got the choke on. Got this on. And I will tell you, I did crank it over a few times, but it hadn't really started. Pouring out of that one part. Does kind of run. Doesn't sound too bad, actually. Sounds like you might have a noisy lifter. It's running. Alright, well, I wanted to see if it would run, and it does run. I've got fuel pouring out of one of the front, I think it's this front carb here. But that's what I wanted to see before I go, start pulling the carbs out and start rebuilding them and all that, is I wanted to make sure it would run. And I cranked on it a few times before I turned the camera on, and it popped once. So I was like, yeah, she's gonna start. So that's why I grabbed the camera and turned it on. And then it cranked right up. Like I said, I've got fuel pouring out of it. But we know it runs. So next we're going to start pulling the carbs out on it and get the carbs out and start cleaning those up. So let's get started on that.